Hey guys, it's John here, and in this video, which is going to be a very long video, we're celebrating the retirement of Whitesnake. David announced his retirement yesterday, which was I get the right month, November the 13th. That was the date it was in the UK when it was announced. He might have done it on the 12th, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've been a huge fan of Whitesnake since 1987, and yes, absolutely loved all of his stuff ever since. Collect as much as I can. Obviously back then we didn't have the internet, it wasn't easy to get everything. It was record shops, find out information on magazines, and limited amount of money at the time because I was only a young teenager. I couldn't collect everything, so I'm probably not as fortunate as some out there that can collect the stuff from around the world, spend hundreds of pounds on one thing every week. So my collection is stuff that I've collected over the years, slowly. There was a hell of a lot of stuff. This video could be extremely long. So this is nearly everything I've got. There are a couple of things like posters and some metal frame Whitesnake thing I had made up there, and some big things like that there, and there's the, oh, if I get this right, can't John work it out, that Whitesnake thing up there, which you can probably see. There's a family tree up until 1994 there, which came with a magazine all those years ago. And yes, so here we go. Oh, and I got a pillow, cool pillow, slide it in, very cool. So this is Spans's Deep Purple Coverdale page, Whitesnake, and some things that were done as side projects. I don't have everything that he's done, but yeah, I will show you everything I've got. There's a few things I am missing that I did used to own, and I couldn't find a couple of things, so I've been racking my brains, where have I put it? So I'm gonna have to get into this really quick. I've only seen Whitesnake once, and that was in 2022, just before David Coverdale completely stopped touring, just out of the blue because of illness. But yeah, I was lucky enough to see him at the O2, and that was a brilliant time as well to go and see him, and a really good venue. I'd recommend the O2 in London. So right, so what should we start with? Let's start with some records. Actually no, we won't start with a record, we'll start with this. No particular order, okay? So we're going to start off with this, and I'm just going to show you as quickly as I can because this will be long. This is my only Laserdisc. If you don't know what a Laserdisc is, you might need to YouTube it. But yeah, that is the Commandos one, and that came out on a VHS, which I know I can't find. I think I might have got rid of it, and because I went and got it on the DVD, which had a different cover, when that came out, someone was selling that on eBay, so I've got that as well. So Commandos, which was the Monsters of Rock 1983. Shall I quickly show you what it looks like inside? So that's what it's like inside. All right, that's a Laserdisc. That was I think actually just before DVDs came out. So another thing, one of these, which is an interview disc. That one's with Rock Sagas. That's David Coverdale on there. And all I want to say is I hope you enjoy your retirement, David, if you ever watch this, which isn't going to happen. And we wish you well. And yeah, that's the picture disc. The back of it's just got Adrian Vandenberg. I'm not going to get all these records out, just those two, well, those there I think. Right, this one's a later one, Washington State. You might not see that through that cover. Take it out. That's just a live one from 1984, but it's not from that time. This is a bootlegged one that's actually been able, you can get on Amazon. Same with this one. This is Rock and Rio 1985. There, those are easy to get. That's a double. His first EP, which I will show you quite a few of these. Right, so that's the, I think that's the UK, I'm sure. Actually, it might not be. I can't remember if that one is. But yeah, there's Snakebite, which is just an EP with about 6 songs. No, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 songs on there. Which is a long EP. That's nearly an album. Especially if you buy something by Marillion. So the other version to that is this one. So that's the other Snakebite with exactly the same songs, and this is on EMI, Sunburst. Some cool pictures on there. Sorry about any glare. I should have taken these out the sleeves. There's another one there, and I got another one there. They're all identical. Actually, sorry, that one's a French copy, I think. No, it's not. It's a German copy. That one there. And then we'll get to some Deep Purple stuff at some point. It's just not in this pile. I have 1, 2, get another one, 3 of the original Trouble albums, which is a fantastic album, love it. And there's the guys there. And then I've got the reissue of it, which I can't remember what year this actually came out, but this was the first time I ever had this album was in this form. So it's this one, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Well, 3 there, 4. So that's 1978's Trouble album, which is absolutely fantastic. That came after the EP that I showed you, Snakebite. And there's a newer copy of Trouble, which is a, I think it's a double, well, it's just a single record in there, but it's a gatefold. But yeah, that's the later 2014 reissue. You've got Love Hunter. I have got these are slightly in order, so I got loads of Love Hunter, which is one of my favourite albums, and I can't really show you a lot because they get funny about the woman riding the snake on YouTube. So there's just too many people that get offended by a bit of arse, when most of the time you see these other crap videos and they've got lots of people shaking their arse in, you know, semi-nude, and that's only a drawing. But they seem to get away with the other crap. I call it C-rap. It's actually rap, but it's C-rap. Where it all began for me was having a copy of this on cassette at the time. It was my uncle's, and I borrowed it all the time. He never got a look in on that album, Best of Whitesnake 1982. I think I used to live with him with my grandparents, and yeah, that cassette, he didn't see it. It was always in the car where I could play it. So there you go. That's awesome best of. I love that best of. That holds a lot of memories for me, that one. Another best of, which is a later one, is this one, which has actually got some of the 1987 songs on it, like Still of the Night. So this is one from Greece. I'm going to show you a lot of these when I get to CDs and stuff like that, so there'll be some of those, I'm sure. Right, Ready and Willing. Got that one. What a fantastic album. So I got 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this one's a US one because it's got that little notch out. Oh, I don't like it when they do that. I definitely prefer the British copies and all the Japanese ones. There's another one. Oh, forgot that one. There's another one and another one and another one, but this one's a later Fame edition. Up there, Fame. But yeah, lighter cover. And then we go to the old I should pull this out first, really. So we've got Live at Hammersmith, which actually got put onto Live in the Heart of the City album, which I'll show you next. But yeah, that's the Live at Hammersmith. So I've taken the record out and put it in the back. But yeah, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs on there, and some of them are Deep Purple songs as well. And then you've got, yeah, the Live in the Heart of the City, which is absolutely fantastic. Got 3 of those. You may be asking, why do you have so many copies of the same thing, John? It's in case they got damaged or one got nicked or I lost one. I've always got a spare, unless they all went missing. Come and get it. This is actually my only copy, and a good copy at that, and it comes with all the, you know, the little sheet inside with to buy merch and stuff. That's all in there as well. Fantastic album from 1981. Last of really the classic lineup, that one. And they were at their peak then as well for at that time. So Saints and Sinners, where it started all going wrong. I have 2 picture discs. People are in and out of that band. So those are the picture discs, and I've got 1, 2. None of these are new copies. These are all from last century, and then everything I'm showing you at the moment is from last century. I have not bought any of the new releases of those old albums yet. Maybe soon. I don't know whether to or not. I suppose I have to. We're going to jump one here, look. We're going to jump ahead a bit here. Whitesnake's Greatest Hits from 1994. And this was always quite difficult to get hold of, and I managed to get this. Someone even put a sticker on it saying ultra rare, but it's probably not so ultra rare now. But yeah, there you go. That was a fantastic Greatest Hits back then. Oh, we got some newer stuff here. I've sort of like pulled the records out in the wrong order, but it don't make any difference because you're not going to see it in order anyway. A later one, Restless Heart. This is a newer one. This is the newer release that the 25th anniversary. I don't like that in there, Trouble is, this one is so hard to get out the sleeve. I might have to actually cut it out. But yeah, Restless Heart, fantastic album from 1997. That's obviously back then, 1997, it was David Coverdale and Whitesnake, which I wish I could find a copy of that. I don't even know if there is any. Into the Light, the revisited, remastered, reimagined type thing album, which was David's third solo album. You can't really count Coverdale Page as his solo album. That was a collaboration, but this was technically his third solo album, which was just called David Coverdale Into the Light. And yeah, fantastic album, by the way. I don't think the American audience got that originally. This one here from 1980 is the Nagoya broadcast. This is a gatefold one. I pulled it out because you could not see it in the sleeve. That is oh, shouldn't be putting those there. That is on CD. You can get that on CD. Right. I need to move these quickly without, because I've just put something on top that I shouldn't have. Actually, no. So 1987. We've got the 1987 versions of this is white vinyl. There's not many songs on here. There is 5, so it's really just an EP. But yeah, white vinyl. That's Japanese. And then got a 1987, a newer version of the picture disc. Very cool. Got the original picture disc. I should have this twice. I probably will stumble across it in a minute. Where did it go? But this has only got, this is minus Here I Go Again. That's not on it. And Looking for Love wasn't on it anyway. I don't believe Looking for Love was on the US press anyway. It was, we had Looking for Love on the album, on the cassette album, because I had it on cassette first. But yeah, picture this, cool. Slip of the Tongue. So there's that one, which is a brilliant album, absolutely fantastic. Wings of the Storm, listen to the guitar solo in that, it's just insane. And I've got another one there, that was my first copy I ever owned. But yeah, Slip of the Tongue from 1989. And then we've got the 30th anniversary one as well. Just there. Right, 1987 again, album. So I've got the US press with the, obviously the first song on it is Crying in the Rain, which is, I don't like that. I don't like the listing of the songs on this one. I've always preferred the UK one, because Still of the Night is just a killer song. My favourite 80s Whitesnake song. But yeah, that's the first song on the British copy. And when they did this 30th anniversary, they kept it the UK way as well, I think. No, they didn't actually. They put Children of the Night in a different place. Yeah, they did. They changed this. So Don't Turn Away was the last song on side 2. But yeah. So there's those. That. Slide It In. We have the Slide It In. This is the US one with John Sykes. I've got another one there with the actual original sleeve that it came in, with the US special US remix cover Yeah, 1984. Then I have the 35th anniversary of Slide It In, gatefold. What year is this one? This is the 2009, no, 2012 reissue, Slide It In. Then I have the Japanese Slide It In. The original Slide It In with Mel Galley, Mickey Moody on guitars, and Colin Hodgkinson and Cozy Powell. Not to forget John Lord as well. So I've got one of those there. Another one of the UK, and another UK. But yeah, they are fantastic, and that one's actually a US Liberty one of the original. I'm going to skip a few decades. So obviously later on Coverdale released these, so there's 3 of them. So you get the rock album with remastered and remixed and revisited songs, rock songs that Whitesnake did, and there's a really good selection on there, and those came out in, that one's 2020, and then this one was 2020. This is the Love Songs one, exactly the same, but you get different songs on there. They're very good sets, those. And then the other one is the Blues album. Those are well worth getting. If you there was some really nice changes in the songs. They weren't like overdone, or they really sounded pretty cool. So one album I'd love to have the original on vinyl is this one, but it costs a lot of money. It's Good to Be Bad, but this one is still good to be bad. This is the remixed one, but yeah, the 2023 remix. Fantastic album, really is. The first one with Doug Aldrich, is it? Yeah. And a bit later on to that, we had the Purple Tour. The one album I don't have, and I nearly had it as a present, but someone was really stroppy cow to me and sent it back. So it was the Purple album, but yeah, it's an ex. That's why she's an ex. She didn't buy me the album. The Purple Tour, this one, but then obviously before was the Purple album. That's the one I am missing. It costs a lot of money, but yeah, there we go. Some of the Purple stuff is pretty good, and some of it I just prefer the original. Unzipped, look at that. I'm going to show you all the box sets as well. All right, I won't get it all out, I'll just show you the box sets. But yeah, this one's cool because it's got the Starkers and Tokyo stuff on as well, which I don't think in the UK you got it. It was mainly Japan and the US you didn't get it, but it was mainly the UK and Japan that had that, I think, because I remember buying the original. I still have the original, and I did have it on DVD somewhere. This one here, one of the later ones, the Live from 2025 actually, came out earlier on in the year. Live in the Still of the Night. I think most of this stuff is on one of the later, one of the earlier live albums. I'm sure it's this one. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm just trying to think which album it was now. Oh yeah, it's this. It's that. Which I'll show you after. But yeah, very, very cool. And then the latest one I got was obviously the Forevermore album, double gatefold, lyrics in there. But yeah, that's a fantastic album. I haven't really listened to this enough to notice all the differences yet, compared to the original, but I've always loved the original anyway. So, but yeah, that's that section there done. I've got more to show you. Here I go again, 12-inch, and that's the USA single remix. Ah, here it is. Here's the thing I mislaid. I think it is it. Yeah, it is. This is the other Whitesnake album, 1987. So that shouldn't be in there. That should be with the albums. Then I've got Give Me All Your Love, pitch disc, 12-inch. This has got a double poster in it as well. Give Me All Your Love on white vinyl. Still of the Night. Where do I get this out actually? Can't really see it through that. Still of the Night, pitch disc. There, 12-inch. Now You're Gone on gatefold, 12-inch. This was actually the very first single I bought on 7-inch by Whitesnake back in 1989. And yeah, and then I bought The Deeper the Love. I've got this here, which is a picture disc of David, 12-inch picture disc. And it's got John Sykes and Cozy Powell on the back. That's just an interview disc. Let's just jump to this stuff first. Coverdale page time. Quickly on vinyl, right? So you've got to take a look at yourself. This little picture disc, 7-inch. Oh, I've put that in different. That's supposed to come out of there and open up. But yeah, that's the little tiny picture disc in there. Then we've got Take Me For A Little While, which got a gigantic poster in. It's brilliant, and that is the actual picture disc. Fantastic. I bought that brand new when it came out, and I did put the poster up, and I ripped the poster as well. Don't ever put blue tack on your posters, it just destroys them. Coverdale Page album, there we go. So this one's a copy from Brazil, I think it was. Yeah, that one's a Brazil one. It's quite cheap film. And this one's the UK one, original. Yeah, don't have. They've not even brought out a reissue of this, so. But they might have when you watch this in, say, 3 or 4 years' time. I don't know. I don't think there will be one. Should we go onto some Deep Purple? Let's have some Deep Purple. I've got to put this somewhere where it's not going to fall over. Oh, God. Right, here we go. Where it all started for David Coverdale on this amazing album, Burn. Cool. Very, very cool. Absolutely amazing album. This is my TPS 3505 on purple. 1974, that. Then to 75, we had the old, another killer album. I love it, absolutely love it. And that is Stormbringer. There's my 3 copies. And not one new copy here at all. These are all TPS's 3508s. All the lyrics on the back. On EMI Records, there. Purple label. I think this is the first live one. Was the Made in Europe with Coverdale on. Actually, it might not have been. I know obviously they they did the California Jam. That's I can't remember if that was before. I don't think it is actually. I think this is the first official with David Coverdale live. There's only 5 songs on it, but there's some very cool songs. But yeah. Sorry, I had a bit of a frog in my throat then. Live in London. This was not supposed to be such a brilliant. No, this is pretty good. It's another one I'm thinking of. But yeah, this is the one with Richie Blackmore. This is I love this cover with him down here as well. But yeah, that's from, God, I've forgotten now. 70. No. Oh, this actual record was released in 1982. But I'm trying to think when the concert was. It must be 1974. Yeah, May the 22nd, 1974, that is. Fantastic, brilliant album. So much so that I would have had 5 copies, but there's a funny story behind this. Because I went and got rid of one because I had too many, going against what I normally do. And then my mate gave me a copy and he said, look, I found that, you can have that one. I was like, back to 4 copies. And it is Come Taste the Band. What a fantastic album. And I think one of them's, actually no, they're all gatefold, yeah. And these are the ones on purple. And yeah, just awesome. Love that album. You Keep On Moving, what a brilliant song. And then another thing that David got involved with, the Butterfly Ball. And I like the songs on this as well. And Roger Glover did this. But yeah, and the Grasshopper's Feast, and Ronnie James Dio's on that as well. Anybody out there that likes him and doesn't know about this. But yeah, I'd love to show you it all in more in depth, but you can find those videos on my YouTube channel. This is the one that is terrible. Apparently this is where it went all to shit for Deep Purple, and this is last concert in Japan. This is because Tommy Bolin was so off his face he couldn't play the guitar. This is the Japanese edition, but yeah, still got to have it in the collection though. Then David went off and did his own thing, and yeah, came up with 2 really awesome albums that I love to bits. And one of them, the first one, is this, and it's David Coverdale, Whitesnake. Whitesnake being a separate word, 2 words, instead of Whitesnake as the band were called later on, as 1 word. But yeah, Whitesnake, love that album so much that I have the reissue, or the remastered one, which is reissued, back in 2021, that one. And then it got done again, and we ended up getting it done by David, and it became a Whitesnake album, which to me it's not a Whitesnake album. It's David Coverdale's first solo album, and it always will be. There are a few things on here that I weren't too pleased about, but then there's one amazing thing, because Hole in the Sky is my favourite song by him, and he extended it to what it should have been in his eyes, and I loved it. I was like, oh my god, that's awesome, absolutely awesome. This is another one where it started for me for these solo albums, and that's the Whitesnake with the North Winds double connoisseur collection, which came out in the late 80s, so 1988. And that was what I bought that on cassette. Sorry, no, CD. And unfortunately, I don't have that CD. It's gone walkabout, I think. So the other album that was then was the second solo album was North Wind, which, oh no, sorry, that's the new one. There's the two originals. But yeah, absolutely brilliant album. Love it. That's more like what Whitesnake was to become, other than the first one. So then, yeah, so we get the remastered one, 2021, I think it was, yeah. It's a 1978 album. And then obviously David messed around with it and come up with Whitesnake North Winds. Yes. And that was last year, I think. 2024, these were released. Some singles from that time. The one that one of my prized possessions in my whole collection is this. And it is David Coverdale's Hole in the Sky picture cover, and it's on Vogue. This is, like I said, probably my favourite song by him. And it's got Whitesnake on the other side. But yeah, Hole in the Sky single. And I've got a couple more. I've actually got Hole in the Sky, and this is the demo. So this is that demo there. And that's got Blind Man on the other side, the original Blind Man. And then I've got another Hole in the Sky, which is not a demo. And then I've got the Breakdown single, and that's got Only My Soul on the other side, and that was from 1978. That's done. Right, some more records. Or do I show you some records at the end? Yeah. Right. Let's go on to the cassettes quickly. Let's go on to cassettes. There's so much to go through. It's insane. Oh, God. Right, so, no particular order. First and second solo album on cassette. Snakebite EP. First and second album in the Connoisseur collection. Just that. Whitesnake's Trouble album. Those two could be the same. Love Hunter. This one is a rare one. Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. Deep Purple. Stormbringer. Coverdale Page. David Coverdale and Whitesnake, Restless Heart from 1997. Whitesnake Best, which came out in 1988, which I showed you before on vinyl. Slip of the Tongue, 987. Slide It In. Saints and Sinners. Ready and Willing. Come and Get It. Two different covers there. Best of Whitesnake. It all started for me. Fantastic. And a rare one, a Whitesnake single, Don't Break My Heart Again, cassette single. How crazy is that? I never knew that existed. But yeah, there you go. It's got Child of Babylon on the other side. Who would have thought? Let me quickly show you some books. Visions of Whitesnake, which is a pretty good book. And there's lots of cool stuff in there. I won't show you all, but let's just get some of the stuff up. But yeah, the book is like that. So there's loads of cool pictures in there. And then the other one is the illustrated biography of Whitesnake, which is expensive, but it's got a really good write-up in there. Worth sourcing that out. And there is another Whitesnake book I've just remembered. 1 second. Right, yeah, this one here. I couldn't find it. I was like, where's that gone? Sail Away, Whitesnake, Fantastic Voyage, Martin Popoff. That is a brilliant book as well. That I've read that. That is well worth getting, and it's not too expensive to buy. So go for that. Tour programs, 1984. Slide it in. Very cool stuff in these. I love tour programs. The Monsters of Rock 1990. God, I remember this time. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I used to have a massive big poster of that snake on my wall. Good to Be Bad 2008 World Tour. The 2003 World Tour, the 25th anniversary. Restless Heart, Whitesnake. That's the US take on it. The World Tour 1997. Coverdale Page tour program, Japanese one. Again, very cool. Whitesnake Love Hunter tour program. Again, very, very cool art. It's not a lot in there actually. Whitesnake Year of the Snake tour program, which I can't remember what year this one is now. This is, I think this is, oh, the cutout in there. Oh, someone's ticket. Oh God, yeah. I think someone sent me this, but I can't think who. This is, oh, this is, yeah, this is from Oz, from Osakaru Band. He sent it to me because it's signed by all the band. But yeah, it's all, there's silver signatures in there. Very, very cool. And I swapped him for a Def Leppard one. He was so kind to give me that. The Farewell Tour, which is the one I went to, got this t-shirt as well. I didn't bring all my t-shirts down, but you don't want to see those, eh? But yeah, the Farewell Tour from 2022. So yeah, very, very cool show that was. A comic, the Whitesnake comic. Look, Rock and Roll Comics. It's got warrant on the back of on some of it. So yeah. The Trouble era of Whitesnake tour. So yeah, this is 1978 time. And it's still got a ticket stub in it. There. That was the Magnum were playing as well. Yeah, very cool. £2.50 for that seat. £2.50. Ready and Willing tour program. The 1994 Greatest Hits tour. That was awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Come and Get It tour program. Saints and Sinners tour program. This one here, which is, oh, I can open it with it. Come on. This one here, the World Tour of the Flesh and Blood tour, which is pretty cool. And then you've got the World Tour 2004 to 2005. Japanese one, I think, yeah. And we've got the 1987 time. Yeah, that one there as well. And I've got another Restless Heart one. I've got two of those. So now, next thing. DVDs quickly, there's not many of these. Right, so I showed you that one before, which came with Rainbow. Monsters of Rock 1983. Then we got the Still of the Night limited edition one. which has got a CD with songs on there as well. If you can see that. But yeah, that's a good DVD. These I grabbed while I was on very first time eBay came out, and these are like bootlegged. Somebody had made these up, and it's all the old videos from right from the start. Pretty poor quality. This is a highly recommended DVD to get if you can get it on Blu-ray. I think it might be on Blu-ray. Phoenix Rising, really good. Lots of history there, from Deep Purple, covering the David Coverdale era as well. Starkers in Tokyo DVD, that's my original. But yeah, fantastic, with Adrian Vandenberg. I love that that concert. Deep Purple live in California. That's Californian Jam, or Cal Jam. But yeah, that was like David Coverdale's first big thing that he did, and I think he was actually, you know, he was extremely nervous, but he did an excellent job. This one here and this one is not the people on the front cover other than David Coverdale, and it's not, don't be fooled when you buy these. These are actually the 1983, actually no, I've picked up, no, this one and this one. This one's Castle Donington, 983. This is with Cozy Powell, John Lord, Mel Galley, Colin Hodgkinson, Mickey Moody, and so is that one. They're different covers, but the same concept. Be warned when you buy it. I knew that, but someone went and bought me that one separate. I just bought that one, and the covers on them are not like, that's got Doug Aldrich on, and he didn't play at Castle Donington with at that time. This one here, White Night in Russia. This has got Warren D. Martini, Danny Kamasi, Adrian Vandenberg and Rudy Sarzo on it and all that. 1997, I think it is. No, 1994. Then you've got this Whitesnake under review. It's a crappy, grainy DVD. The picture quality is terrible, and yeah, the guys that are doing it, some of them in the media, they weren't very. They're not always that kind. This one's pretty cool. The Made in Japan. So this is from early 2000s, I think. No, sorry, 2011 in Japan. That's a good era. Box sets, Into the Light. These are packed with loads of stuff. The first lot were better than the last few, but they are absolutely packed, and you get Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff like that. Unzipped, another one. The 1987 one, which I highly recommend. This is the best one out of all of them for sure, for the amount you get of cool stuff. Good to Be Bad. The Forevermore one, which recently come out, which I just showed, I think, yesterday. Slip of the Tongue, which is another one that's got packed with loads of cool stuff from the era. There's loads of amazing gear on there. Access to All Areas Live, which is all right. It's got loads of stuff on it, but most people have got the stuff already if they bought the earlier albums. So Restless Heart, I would only sort of, this has got loads of cool stuff on as well, but I'd only buy some of these because if you don't have the original albums. Slide It In's pretty cool. There it is. Again, that one's got a load of cool stuff, mainly live stuff though, and unfinished things. So those are the box sets. I'm gonna go on to the CDs quickly, and then we got some singles to show you, Whitesnake stuff. We've got some more records to show you. I need to put those out the way. Right, so CDs, if you're just starting out, I'd recommend going with this for the early stuff. This goes up to Saints and Sinners, and it is a cheap box set. It's about 20 quid, and you get 8 discs, and yeah, you get the EP on there as well, Snake by EP. So there they are there. But yeah, common little slip cases, highly recommended. How long is this video? I might have to do a part 2, guys, because I think my thing runs out in an hour. I might get these CDs in actually. Right, here we go. Butterfly Ball, mentioned that earlier. You can get that on CD. I think it's quite pricey though at the moment, but just check it out. This is one to avoid, like the plague. David Coverdale and Jimmy Page, this bootlegged studio broadcast. The quality is the worst of the worst. It's 2 discs and it's shocking. Into the Light, fantastic album. That's the one where it's labelled David Coverdale. Back from 2000 and 2000 it is. North Winds and Whitesnake, the remastered ones with 2 bonus tracks on each one, and these are the better ones to go for in my opinion, than the ones that are changed to the name Whitesnake, except for you don't get the Hole in Sky full version on this, but they are the originals. Coverdale Page, got 2 copies of that just in case one goes missing. The Deep Purple Made in Europe CD, mine needs replacing, the cover's shot, that's how I got it. An amazing album, Stormbringer, the 35th anniversary. I'd like to see a newer version of that actually. I don't know if there is one out there. This Time Around, Live in Tokyo, that is fantastic. There's some cool stuff on there from 1975. Those are really good CDs, and there's another one I'm going to show you. They're on Purple Records. This one here, which is the Paris 1975. Again, another great CD worth getting. They go up and down in prices. Those, it's 1 minute they're cheaper, and next minute they're extortionate. Awesome album. The Come Taste the Band, and then I've got the 2 CD 35th anniversary, which is highly recommended. It's got a disc 2 on there with loads of bonus stuff on. Those are worth getting. This is a brilliant, because you can hear some early versions of some of the later songs, and I think there's one on there that became one of the songs on David's first solo albums, which I can't remember the song now. Oh god, where's it? Why can't I remember it? Another one, the Cow Jam, that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And the Burn 35th, I think this one, the 30th anniversary, with bonus stuff. Not as much bonus as the Come Taste the Band disc. 987, this is the US press with Crying in the Rain at the start. I've got 2 copies of this awesome one. These on CD came out with more songs, a lot more songs than the cassette or the record. They actually came out with Here I Go Again and Crying in the Rain. So they added those on from, and then there's nothing there from Slide It In. So before Slide It In. Love Hunter, the remaster with bonus. You get about 3 or 4 extra songs on some of these. They're worth getting, and they sound really good. Ready and Willing, another remaster. 2005, I think they remastered these, or 2002. Can't really read it at the moment. Come and Get It, the remaster. Slide It In, the 2009 with bonus stuff. That's actually worth getting. It's got a DVD as well, video. That's well worth getting, that one. The Purple album, which I'd love on vinyl. Live in the Heart of the City. I do have another copy of this. I've shoved it over there. I picked it up for like 50 pence. Exactly the same. I forgot to grab it. The remaster of Trouble, and it's got the Snakebite EP added onto that. The 20th anniversary of 1987 in a slipcase. That's worth getting as well. The awesome Slip of the Tongue, and then the 2009 remastered anniversary one. I think it's remastered. It might not be actually, but that comes with a DVD of all the videos as well. This one here has got the 87 album and the Slip of the Tongue. I think this is a US one only, and then it says France on the back. So I'm completely wrong there. Forevermore, and that one's the one that's worth getting. It's got a DVD and bonus tracks, 3 bonus tracks on there. The Live at Hammersmith. This is the Japanese one. I think the Obi's inside. Live in the Shadow of the Blues, which has got some new songs on there. It's got Dog, All I Want Is You, If You Want Me, and then Ready to Rock. That's the only places to get those, unless you buy, I think, the box set, if it's on there. The EP on CD. This was the Geffen release. Good to Be Bad box set, which you can get, I think you can get the box set on for the vinyl as well. And then that one obviously came with a bonus CD in there as well, and some postcardy things and a sticker, and that's got Ready to Rock on video, Take Me With You, All I Want Is All I Need, and Summer Rain as well. That was actually my original what I bought, so I bought that instead of the standard. There's an earlier version of Live in the Heart of the City. And then there's the early years. This is, I recommend getting this. If you want the early years as a best of, this is the better one to get. The 82 one's fantastic, but this one sounds really good as well, and it's got a lot more songs on it. So yeah, and it's a value for money, this one, 1978 to 84. And then there's this one, this best of Japanese one, and this is, I love this, absolutely do. I love the picture on the front, very, very cool. Flesh and Blood, the CD and DVD edition. That's my original. This is value for money as well, 30th anniversary collection. I'm losing the will to speak. Absolutely packed with songs on there. You get all sorts of stuff, even stuff from Coverdale page, and it's cheap. It's the cheapest way you're going to get that amount of songs from Whitesnake for sure. About 7 or 8 quid, I think. Good to Be Bad on standard CD. Saints and Sinners remastered. The original Ready and Willing, 1980. Not that CD didn't come out in 1980. The OG Slide It In. I was going to say Slip of the Tongue then. The OG Saints and Sinners. I'm hoping my video won't die at an hour. Come and get it. If my video dies, there'll be a part 2, okay? OG of Come and Get It. And Love Hunter. Just there. I love that album. So 2 of the Still of the Night, 2 of the 1987 album, but with Still of the Night as the start, the UK one at the start, and the US one with Crying in the... Sorry, no, this is not the US one. You twit. No, these are all the same, by the way. Yeah. It's when you've been talking this much about Whitesnake, you get a bit confused. Live in 1984. And that's Back to the Bone. Deluxe edition CD and DVD. I think I showed you. Didn't I show you one of those already? No, I think it's something else. Nagoya 1980. That's that one I showed you, the record earlier. I mentioned to you. There's loads of songs on it. It's pretty good. It's well worth getting that one. And that's another one where the price is up and down, up and down. This is Shocking, I think. Just the one. No, actually, this is pretty good. This is the Tokyo Nights. I wouldn't say it's shocking. It's pretty good. Go and get that if you can. I think it's still cheap. Oh, and then I went and accidentally bought it again by mistake, and I got a sealed copy because you forget what you've got in your collection. And yeah, you totally forget what you got in your collection, and you end up buying something like this, and this has got loads in it, but it is, again, it's shit. It is shit. These ones here that you see, there's loads of them for different artists, and they're shit. Please watch me in part 2, because there's loads more to go through. I think I might have to stop the video and then do a part 2. I don't know when this will end, so all I can say is at the moment, David Coverdale, enjoy your retirement, and we wish you well, and I hope you'll be back, all of you, to watch part 2, because I think the video might die. It's an hour and 2 minutes. That's quite excessive. So yeah, join me in the next video, part 2 of my collection of David Coverdale stuff, and Whitesnake, Deep Purple. Just David Coverdale though. Okay, and cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Laters.